Coming up with ideas may be something you definitely do not struggle with, but do you struggle with having too many ideas to the point where you struggle following through the ideas that you actually first had, and then you start having kind of more ideas and then don't follow through with the original ideas that you had in the first place? Or are you just struggling full stop with just planning and organising your business and getting your ideas out into a plan that actually works so you get sales and eyes onto your business? Well, I'm going to show you how you can plan your ideas and your business so that you can actually start making the steps to building this as a full-time or part-time handmade business, and stop doing them things like procrastinating and just holding off or not following things through to the end so that you actually start getting results. So if this sounds like the kind of videos that you enjoy and you have a handmade business or want to grow a handmade business, then please subscribe, because I'm making videos like this every single week. So hi, I'm Becky and I run a handmade business, and I have done now for around 8 years, and now I am helping other people grow their handmade businesses, truly handmade businesses, things that people make with their hands, so like weaving or moulding or wrapping or whatever it is that you do. Basically, we are not a digital download business. We are teaching and making things with our own hands. And I teach many others in the Artisan's Alchemy how to do this. And a lot of us do have a lot of ideas. We're very creative. There's a lot of neurodiverse people in the Artisan's Alchemy, and this can be an issue in kind of organising ourselves and getting things done in order, and having too many ideas to the point where we can't even follow through with the ideas we had last week, never mind the ones that are coming up now. And it's something we talk about a lot in actually kind of having a plan and following through with it. So the first thing that you need to do if you are deciding to start a handmade business is you need to plan. This is the best way to get all your ideas out of your head. And when you decide to kind of make this into more of a business and start selling these, I really do recommend kind of writing down everything that you kind of want to do. And the first thing that I would say and I would recommend to write down is, what are your first 3 goals? What would you want to do like right now? What is your first goal in the first few weeks? Is this something that you really want to do? What do you want to do in the next 6 months? And then what do you want to do in like a year's time? Where would you like to be in a year's time with selling your products? Then I think it's best to write down all your ideas. So write down all your ideas that you have for your handmade business, what you want to make, how you want to sell it, maybe you want to start a YouTube, all them kind of things. Like, what are all your ideas? Write them all down onto paper. Now I want you to pick the things out of that are going to help you in getting to your first goal, the things that you can do in the next few weeks to get to your first goal, and write them down. They need to be achievable. You cannot be saying that you want to have a website and an Instagram and a YouTube set up in the next few weeks unless you have literally all of your time to set this up. Do not give yourself that many jobs to do. I would focus on one thing, whether that's creating a lot of new products or a new collection, whether it's setting up an Instagram and starting to post on there, whether it's setting up an Etsy shop, you've already got your Instagram. One thing first to focus on. And what is that thing that is going to get you to that first goal, and focus on them first. And don't even worry about the 6 month or the 1 year thing yet. Just do that first goal first. And when you have achieved that goal, then you can go on to the next thing. What is the next goal you've got in the next 6 months? Now start focusing on that and what it is you want to do with that. So maybe your first goal is to start on Instagram, start on Etsy, and maybe your 6 month goal is to start a YouTube. So when you have started the first 2 things, then you can start thinking about the thing after that. So get these things done, like actually learn how to do Instagram, actually learn how to do Etsy. Do not start a YouTube until you understand the first things that you are working on before you start the next thing, because you're just not going to do the first things that you thought about. The first lessons and knowledge that you need to have to run your handmade business is not going to go in here before you even start the next thing, and you're just going to start failing, everything's going to start falling over, and it's not going to work. So work on the things that you can do first. Now, to learn these new platforms or whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's learning how to make content, whatever it is that you want to do for your first goal, you need to have time in your week set aside for this. Now, I know what you're going to say, I don't have enough time, but we all have time to do things in our life, whether it's the ironing, or like you're really like a prolific ironer, or maybe the washing, the cleaning. So why can you not set aside 1 or 2 hours a week to do the thing that you want to do for your handmade business? You absolutely can do this. I plan my business so that when I'm making in the times where I'm chilling, watching TV, and then the things like when I've got time in the day where I'm on my own to do things, I actually do things like learn new platforms or plan new ways or plan something new that I'm bringing into my business, and I do things that I need to just have that time for. Making for me is really easy. I can do that while I'm watching TV, while I'm watching a video. But actually planning my business and making content and getting captions and hooks and doing my emails and all that kind of stuff, I need time planned out for that. And I do that during the day when I'm on my own, when I've got that time. And I make that time, and I do not let anything else come into that time. And yeah, you will have less time in the beginning, but set aside that time like it's a job that you have to go to and make it happen. Now, a really good tip that actually works for me so well is have one place to plan all this. For me, it's a desk planner, and I stand by my desk planner like it is my Bible, and I write everything in there that I do. So anything that I really want to get done, whether it's, I don't know, even my taxes and things like that, or making sure I've done all my admin, it goes onto this planner. And as the month goes on, it gets fuller and fuller. So like, I'll show you. So here is my planner for this month. And as you can see, as the month's gone on, it gets fuller and fuller. And it's not as full here and here because that week hasn't been yet. I tend to plan my week more in full as I'm going along, but the things that I know I absolutely need to do, I put in straight away. And as you can see, next month there's not really anything on there, but I put about 5 things every single day that I need to do. Now obviously in the beginning you might not be able to do that many things, but having one place to have all my plans for my handmade business is amazing, because I use it I go to that planner every day and tick it off. Even if I'm not working, I go to the planner just to see what's on tomorrow, if I've put anything on for that day, just small that I need to do. I use it every day, and it might not be a desk planner that you want to use. You may have a diary, or maybe like a planner, one that you can close up. But I like the desk planner because it's out. I don't have to open it. If I have to open something, I ain't going to do it. Or you may like digital things, maybe digital things work really well for you. I know as soon as I open that phone, I'm doing 10 other jobs before I get to a planner. So I need my planner to be physical. I need it to be not on my phone. My phone is too busy for me to use a phone, so a planner will absolutely help you. And then what's definitely going to happen is, as you are doing all these amazing things for your handmade business and learning these new things, you're going to get new ideas. And this can be really hard because you may have fantastic, amazing ideas. Let them sit. Unless you absolutely have to do it right now, which I know even sometimes that can get me. But my best advice is just try not to do it right now. Try to sit with it and write it down somewhere, even on your planner, to come back to it in a week, in a month, when you finish the thing that you're working on now, and write down all these amazing ideas, because maybe next month you'll think, oh, I don't actually want to do that, and there may have been another idea that you had the week after that you do want to work on. So sit with your ideas, because you're going to invest so much time, so much money, and so much of you into this idea, and if you've not thought it through and you've not sat with it, sometimes it can be a waste of your time. And maybe you were halfway through something that was actually about to work and you let that go to do this new thing. So do not always act on your ideas straight away. Sit with them. Honestly, I've had to learn this over time. I was the kind of person who decided I wanted my hair cut and I had to do it that day, where over time, with everything in life, I have learned to sit with everything. Like, I wait now, and this works for so many things. Like, even when you want to buy something in life, sit with it. Like, it's the same thing. Sit with what you want, sit with what you want to spend money on, sit with what you want to invest you and your time and your money into before you actually make the decision to actually do that thing. So I would love to know who you are, and if this is something that you struggle with your handmade business or anything in life. I'd love to know what your handmade business is as well, so let me know in the comments down below, because I'd love to talk to you in the comments. And if you would love to go over your whole handmade business, your whole plan for it, and talk through what it is that you want with your handmade business, what your struggles are, what your dreams and goals are, I'd love to do this with you on a one-to-one, on a call. It's an absolutely no pressure call. It's completely free and we just literally talk about your dreams and goals, and then if you are interested, I'll talk to you about the Artisan's Alchemy, but there's absolutely no pressure to do that. And if you love videos like this, here are a few more that I made earlier on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!